I know the DJ.
Do you?
You gotta
90s baby, stand up.
You're coming back cause I'm blowing in it. Pause. I take my craft serious.
Get the hell out of here. I don't owe you shit.
So you know what's funny about Kelvin, EJ? I know you just said Kelvin.
So literally just said it 2 seconds ago.
So when I was in high school in chemistry class, we had this teacher. She was probably like easily in her 70s. Every break, she was probably smoking like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 cigarettes every time, in between classes. And, you know, she sounded a lot like, who's the lady in Monsters, Inc.? Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason why I remember what Kelvin is because everything in chemistry is in the unit of Kelvin, because that's just how it was.
Is that?
It's temperature.
But it's a temperature of light specifically, is it not?
Well, my guess is it stems from chemistry to photography.
But isn't the measure of temperature Fahrenheit,
Celsius? Yeah, I believe.
I also never took chem, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
When I say
it's a unit of measurement essentially, and I'm pretty sure it's temperature, and I'm pretty sure Kelvin is 280 plus Fahrenheit. Sounds right, but anyways, the reason why I remember what it is was because she would literally just be like, "There you go, you got temperature going." All right, class. Kelvin is the best. It surpasses. And then we would have to say all the rest. And she'd be like, what? All the rest. That's right. Kelvin is the best.
What the fuck?
Is that wild? Shit like that never leaves you, bro. Shit like that never leaves you.
Shout out to anybody listening named Kelvin.
Yeah, and shout out Patty Sheldoni. I don't even know if she's
That's her name?
Yeah, Patricia Sheldoni. She was the GOAT. Dude, let's put it this way. How many years? Jesus Christ. I don't even want to age myself, but it's been at least 13 years since I took her chemistry class.
Wait.
She would be pumped that I fucking remember this
Everybody
shit.
Everybody stop. I said this off air. Cammy's on a different vibe right now. Like Cammy's energy today is insane. I don't know if you guys can already pick it up. This kid is on one right now.
I'm on one. I'm ready. I'm hyped for the podcast.
This man came to pod.
I came to pod.
You came to pod.
And you know what? Because of that, I'm going to do the fucking intro today.
Dude, please, let me hear it.
Welcome to episode 115 of But I Know the DJ, a podcast discussing all things music, nightlife, DJing, business, and pop culture through the unfiltered opinions of host SNAX
GimmeSnax, baby.
and Cammy V.
DJ Cammmy V.
What up, baby?
What's up, baby? What it do with it?
You know, I used to enunciate the intro that much, and then I did 114 episodes, and now I don't sound as good as you do, and it goes away. Shit, I should make you do the next 100. I'm getting fucking tired.
Dude, if you're getting tired, bro.
A little bit, man. Welcome to another episode of the show. Cammy is coming in hot.
Cammy's cooking.
On fire.
Cause you know Cammy.
And we're gonna start. Sometimes we just gotta get the cobwebs out, get the brain, get the juices flowing. I need it. You clearly don't need it.
I'm ready.
But we've done this before. Let's just start off with a nice bandle for those who are new to the show. We've done this before. The famous game Wordle. Nerds. We don't play that here.
No, we don't.
We play Bandle, which is basically we have to. They give us different instruments of a song, one round at a time, and we have to try and guess the song with the clues that they give us. So this song is released in 1987 with 84 million YouTube views, but the difficulty is very hard. Par 5.
Dude,
I'm just gonna go on a limb. We're not gonna get this. So let's just run through it. Let's not overcomplicate it. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if we do not get this.
All right. Bando.
Drums and bass.
Immediately thinking Nirvana.
They're in the 90s though.
Whoa, I didn't hear what the clue was.
1987 release.
Oh, shit.
YouTube views 84 million. I see what you mean though.
Yeah.
Very grungy.
Grunge.
Very grungy. Let's go next. This is guitar 1 and 2. It's only 84 million, so it's not like a crazy famous song.
Right. But
Yeah.
like sometimes for the older songs, like 84 million on YouTube for some of the older songs is still pretty popular. Just because that's not how.
But
most
like
of those
Smell
people
Like Teen
consume.
Spirit probably has
Hundreds of millions.
hundreds. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. The next is bells. Get the bells in. Get some cowbell in there.
Or cowbell. Let me know when you hear a single bell in this, by the way.
That bass is going off.
Is this like Eddie Money or something?
Guys, I'm listening to this on my AirPods. The sound of this, it's giving me Tom Petty vibes.
You're connected to my computer for your
No, he's
have
got
it
it on his
on my
phone. He's
phone.
doing it too. Dude, Tom Petty, that's a great call.
EJ, you're
That's a great call. That's a great call.
EJ, you make me so horny, dude. I'm not a big Tom Petty guy. He's free falling, right?
Free.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's the only song I know by him. I remember he did a Super Bowl when I was a kid, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Won't back down, Tom Petty.
That's the only concert I've ever seen at the Garden.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
Fun fact, I did a show at the birthplace of Tom Petty, University of Florida.
What the fuck is this? It could be Tom, but yeah. Lastly, we have voice cover and backing vocals, so this is pretty much it.
Bro, I hate when they do this shit.
I recognize it. EJ, thoughts?
Like,
I recognize
the
it.
fact that they like sample some vocal chomp and turn it into the melody really throws me off.
Agreed.
Well,
'Cause it's
they
not, like,
can't do the
from-
words.
No, I know, but it's like now it's just adding something that's not from the actual song. I don't know, like
I agree.
it doesn't help.
No, I agree.
All
It
right.
doesn't help.
The clue is Luke. Luke. Like Skywalker. That's the clue.
Skywalking by Miguel.
Do we have any guesses?
Luke.
5, 4,
All I can think of is Star Wars. Anything,
Luke.
something about a father.
3,
I don't know.
2, 1. The answer is. Wait, what is it? It's Luca by Suzanne Vega.
Oh, I love
Dude.
that song.
I should have known that.
I think Suzanne Vega. Is that her?
I don't think so.
I think I have a Suzanne Vega in my Serato. I don't have Luca though. Or maybe I don't.
You talking about Tom's Diner?
Yeah, Yeah, she does Tom's Diner.
That's her?
Yeah. All right, so that was awful. All right, now we have the hurdle. Remember, this is where they do seconds of a song, and we have to try and figure it out what it is.
We usually have better luck with this one.
We got this on the first second last time, I think. All right, here we go.
Dude, those assholes, yeah, that's like not even half a second right there. Those assholes forgot to cut the blank sound before the song
ready?
started.
Let's do that again. Wait, it's not even doing anything anymore. Bro. All right, let's just give it, whatever. All right, here we go. 2 seconds. Oh, I know this. I fucking know. Do you know it?
No.
Dude, this song is fire. I know that it's Dirty Harry by the Gorillaz. Yeah, bro.
Type it in, bro.
Come on, son. Do you know who you're fucking with? 100 members of one gorilla. I'm the gorilla. Bro, it's Dirty Harry by the Gorillaz. Did you hear it, EJ?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Bro, I don't need more. Submit. Great job. Got it in 2 seconds, baby.
Come on, son!
Obscure music palette.
What you know about Gorillaz, son?
This song's fire.
Dude, Gorillaz got
This
some
song
fire
is
shit.
fire. I was a big Gorillaz fan in like elementary school. This song is fire.
It's fire. What's their biggest hit, Snacks?
Probably Feel Good Inc.
Right, and that, dude, have you seen how that song was made? Do you know the story behind that one?
It's with like a.
It was a stock
It was
loop
a stock loop on like a little
on the
fucking thing.
keyboard.
This song, just because I want people to know about this song, because the song is so good. Dirty Harry by the Gorillaz. The drop on it.
That's
fire,
a vibe.
son.
That's a vibe.
And then there's a rap verse. I'm just gonna show you this because this song's so sick. You guys need to. If you guys aren't fans of the Gorillaz or ever heard of the Gorillaz, check out the Gorillaz. There's a breakdown, and then there's a beat switch with a rap verse.
In my backpack, I got my app right, bitch.
Fire,
Quite
bro.
difficult. And yo, it's so weekend. With anger.
All right. Anyway, that's the Gorillaz.
That's fire.
Thanks so much for playing with us. I mean, at least we get one of those games down because the
Yeah,
first
that one we got unlocked.
Bandle was awful. So thanks so much for playing with us. If you guys got that song right away like I did, let us know. Had something I want to bring up that I saw an initial conversation about on TikTok, and I wanted to bring it up here and have a little discussion about it. Hip hop, right? Hip hop is one of the newest, most popular genres in music history. It's only 50 years old, as a lot of us know. But it is in that time gone through so much evolution, so many changes, subgenres. But something that has remained pretty consistent throughout the entire history is how it is a young man's game.
I was gonna say historically white people aren't that good at it, but that's
There's
it.
a few.
There's a few.
But it is something where it's a young man's game in the sense of this. There's like an age that rappers or hip hop artists reach where they immediately become whack. And like people say, hang it up, washed,
Out of reach.
out of reach. We don't want to hear your music anymore. Stop touring. Like, but that doesn't apply to like rock, for example, or pop or country, like, or you know what I'm saying? You have fucking Frankie Valli
Shout out.
out
shout
in
out the
Vegas,
GOAT. Yeah, he's looking rough these days.
looking
but-
real rough.
But hey,
You know, you have I saw a TikTok the other day. AC/DC still performing. You know what I mean? And they look rough.
yeah,
But they're still selling out arenas, stadium, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for some reason in hip hop, you know, once someone reaches a certain age, it's like, yo, please, don't want to hear this dumbass music. Like,
Well-
what is about hip hop why that is apparent?
well, I think there's a different discussion. I know where you're going with this, but there is a different discussion to be had because rock as a genre, as we once knew it, because obviously rock had different generations and different styles of rock. Rock has evolved so much so much to the point now where we don't like. There's not too many rock bands anymore, if that makes sense. So like, I don't want to say those genres are extinct because that's not true.
Right.
But we are no longer in the peak of rock. I think that's fair to say. As in hip hop, it is still very, it's the most popular genre in the world. It's still very much alive. It's still very much going through its eras.
So rock, they're holding on to
They're holding on to the glory days.
because like Grateful Dead, huge fan base.
Correct.
And they just did the Sphere
Yep.
in Vegas.
Sick.
It's not easy to get that gig.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
I think that's a good point. I think that makes sense. Hip hop again, it's younger, so it seems so easy to get out. Like how someone like Nelly can be so hot, you know what I mean? And then now he's just like unk, you know what I mean? It's like no, like if Nelly put out a project, I'd be like, yo, we don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Even Nelly fans, I think the sound of hip hop moves so quickly
It does.
and changes so often
Yeah.
that if that's not your style or your sound, you start, and then you trying to adjust to it.
Rock evolved in decades. Hip hop evolves year to year.
Yep. Yeah, drop a fucking bar. That was a bar. That was good.
Thank you.
Similarly, as a pillar of hip hop is DJing. DJing is very similar,
Big time. Hand in hand.
right? Very easy. I always said DJ ears are like dog ears. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
you could be 3 years in the game and you've done a lot, and you can be seen as like someone who's accomplished or that is fully in your market and doing what you need to do. You know, and I see so many TikToks where there'd be like DJ specific TikToks or non-DJ specific TikToks where they like ask people like just on the street, you know, how old is too old to be a DJ? How old is too old to like be at the club?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then even within our community, like we have guys who are a certain age and we're like, yo, they're washed and they're old and like, hey, like get out of here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Why is that? What is it because of the same thing where music is just changing so often and a lot of these guys can't adapt?
Partly, and I think part of it too is also what we alluded to earlier, where they're almost out of reach of the youth and what's popular in the youth. Because let's put it this way, like you can listen to all the playlists that you want and like all the record pools and stuff. They'll give you what's popular right now.
Yeah.
But if you don't have your hand on the pulse of what's going on, like in the streets, or like the ear to the streets of like what's actually ringing and what parts of the songs are ringing, then essentially you're just throwing invisible darts at an invisible dartboard. You don't know what's going to stick.
Yeah, Cammy's energy right now. So do you, for let's go nightclub DJs, do you have a top line age? Mr. Cammy V? Well, what is too old to be DJing in the clubs?
No, I'm not going to go there. Because dude, there's some absolute heavy hitters that are still older than me. And what's crazy is like it wasn't that long ago where I was like the young guy in the club.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking around, I'm like,
Same, yeah.
oh fuck.
That's why I mean it moves so fast.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I got dudes coming up to me like Unk and Veteran, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was just a few years ago, I was like the young guy. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right. The good news is we're not on the older end yet because guys that came before us are still DJing, so that makes me comfortable. But I don't know. It's not a specific age for me. It is like, are you still tapped in with the music? Are you still getting rings from the crowd? Are you still evolving? And do you still have like your hand on the pulse of like what's going on?
So you think it's
crowd?
based on the individual?
Correct. Because I mean, and everyone has their different agenda and what they want to do in the industry. Like, I don't necessarily want to be the guy that's DJing in the club my entire life, believe it or not. But there's people that do. And I'm not going to take anything away from them because they can still do it at an older age and super efficiently. I think it just comes down to the individual person.
And is there... Whose phone keeps going off? God damn it.
Yo, I just gotta throw this out there. Matt's been sleeping for the past like
I know.
5-10 minutes.
That was his alarm to wake him up.
Is that who's like text has been going off too?
Yep.
All right, awesome, Matt. Shout out, Matt. Matt, we're glad you're here. Anyway, sorry about that. What?
Got a video.
Anyway, fuck, it's off the rails, dude.
Yeah.
Is there? Do you think there's a certain age where? Hey, Johnny! Look who decided to show up, the Podfather, Ado. Ado, this show is absolutely awful.
Off the rails. Off the rails. Yeah. We're getting canceled after this.
What are we talking about here? Let me chime in.
Actually,
here.
that sounds like perfect.
Perfect too. I'm so glad. you showed up.
The question that we were just finishing, and that I was going to transition, and then the one that I was going to transition to is there an age that you're too old to DJ in the nightclubs? Is one, and then two, is there an age where it's too old to start to DJ in the nightclub? What do you think as a big time event planner, curator,
Nightlife
producer?
enthusiast.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever a cap on anything because of age. I think age prohibits certain things that young people have in terms of going and exploring, checking out different venues from a DJ perspective of understanding rooms, understanding the crowd, understanding the next generation. I think age sometimes prohibits those abilities, right, to do those things versus when you are younger, when you have a lot more energy, a lot more stamina to go out on some of your off nights. So I think it depends on the person, right? Because I see there's some DJs that still have that capability, right, in other markets. Maybe, I don't know how many are left here, right? But yeah, I don't think age is the right question. I think it's, based on the person and also based on people's willingness to want to be alive and at the top for as long as possible. Because from a promoter perspective, just to switch gears, is I see promoters that are 40 or 50 that are still going out and being present and doing all the things that it takes to still be a top promoter, right? But then there's also other people that are 20 that are just starting out that don't even do the things to be a successful promoter that don't last long either. So age can go either way, right? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, Cammy was saying that it goes into the individual in terms of how tapped in they are and how because
Relatability is
a lot of the record pools that like a lot of us we use the same record pools where they do trending lists. They do top 10s, top 20s, whatever. So they'll give you the songs that are hot.
Yeah.
But even with culture, like even when I start like learning about like okay, like I'm about to do an Afrobeats party, like I can get the top 10 Afrobeat songs, but there's a way it needs to be played. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very in culture thing. So same way, like if you might have the songs, but like maybe you're playing it too long, or you don't know that it's actually the Gorillaz verse that everyone likes. Don't play the other verse. You know what I mean? Like there's these little things that start giving away that you actually don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're just throwing shit at the wall, as Cammy said. And I think you brought up a good point. We talk about being involved in your market and in your scene all the time, going out, spending some money that you might not have, but to be able to get to where you are. That willingness does start dropping as you're older. You got a family you got to take care of. Got a wife at home, you know what I mean? Like it becomes that much more difficult, and you see how different people have maybe made different decisions in life to be able to maintain certain things, or they want to let go of certain things. And I tell my young guys, I'm like, you're popping right now, and your guest lists are crazy now because everyone your age wants to go out.
Yep.
I remember, when I was 21, 20, my guest lists were crazy.
Right.
Because all my friends want to go and they want to see your boy. You know what I'm saying? And then turn 25, 26, and like people are starting to get married and
buying homes,
girls randomly getting pregnant. I'm like, whoa, I just saw you last month. You know what I mean? And I remember, in my years of in the clubs, like you see these cycles of like the hot girls that are always out. You know what I'm saying? It's like a group of 5 girls that are like they're out all the time, boom, 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 and then they disappear because they just like reach a certain age or they retire, you know what I mean, whatever. And then there's the new wave.
Honestly,
you know
but I've
seen like
that
5 waves of
nightlife,
those.
Unfortunately, right? And I think
Yeah.
I think the point that you're actually talking about is there's certain roles that don't get recycled, right?
Yeah.
Is that naturally as a DJ, because you are the entertainment, you are the stage, you are the performer, right? A lot of the time is that it's hard to age back down and recycle with the next new wave, right?
Yeah.
Because for you or even a promoter, at least for a promoter, is that they can move into an owner role, right? So can a DJ, but it's just very different from being a performer and an owner versus like the natural, I guess, step for a promoter is to be an owner, right? Whereas again, like I'm not going from being a promoter to a DJ, right? So I do think there are certain roles that, unfortunately, age doesn't help your situation by any means, right?
I think I have to work that much harder to like stay on trend and and taste and everything like. Because there's some things that are changing that I'm like I can't grasp it because of the way I grew up or the type of partying that what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like I don't get it. You know what I mean? But I try and like do my best to like learn it, and I just start like including it in my sets, and I'm like like it rings, and I'm like fuck it, like if this is how I remain relevant and like tapped in like this, then I got to do it. You know what I mean? So it becomes difficult, and I understand how people can like lose that.
Oh, absolutely.
But then you have like these theme parties, you know what I mean, where like people are doing like age specific parties and everything to like be able to one, cater to that crowd, but also like remain busy and relevant and being able to do what they do. I have people like my friends like from high school or college or like colleagues or whatever that are like, how are you like still able to like go out every weekend and all that stuff? And I'm like, well, it's it's work. It's
my job.
I get paid to do it. Like this is what I chose to do. You know what I mean? It's definitely different, but I'm at the age now where some of my peers look at me and they're like, I don't know how you're still in there. You know what I mean? It's all perspective, obviously, and it's different. But like endurance and stamina, like you were saying, like the people like huge. They're my age that like can't go out past 9 or anything like that, or like a couple of drinks, and they're like, "Woo, take me home." You know what I mean?
Do you think the market that we're in also dictates some of those things? Because I do see when I see some other markets, right? Again, now we're being super technical, but like if I think to myself like Houston, or I think to myself, right? Like
say Vegas,
some of
LA,
Vegas, like
LA.
there's some pockets, or even Miami and Wynwood, right? There's an appreciation for older DJs that understand that area, that targets or brings out maybe a different demographic than a Boston where it's very young, it's corporate-y, it's a very specific sound, music,
and also seasonal.
Exactly. So like I do think there are markets where age is actually in your favor, right? And actually like welcomed in versus like a place like here, right? Like you go down to Fenway, the people that are playing, you're like, whoa, right? Like they're super young, right? Versus the guys that, you know, like I guess quote unquote downtown is that you have to be a seasoned guy. You've been around the ring a little bit, like I don't know, but I do think the market definitely dictates some of those.
That's a really good point. And it's good to bring that up because I know that there are people from different parts of the country that listen to this and might be like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. So that is a really, really good point. Houston being the example I was exactly thinking. Shout out Steezy D. He was bringing me around. There was a certain strip that we were on, and it was a Thursday. And there was this one specific venue, I think it's called the Sugar Room, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, any of my Houston people. Line out the door, like I think it was like 9:30 or 10 that we were walking around, line down the block like crazy. And I'm like, yo, like why this venue? Like what's going on here? And he was like, it's a Thursday R&B party that they've been doing. It's mad grown. I saw the women mad grown, whatever. And I was like, oh shit, like on a Thursday, bro, like, and they do it weekly, like, and it's like popping and it's like crazy, you know what I mean? And also like, but the way that market works, so again, it's summer all year long.
Absolutely.
Is one.
Yep.
And then two, there's so many different types of venues, you know, half outdoor, they got a patio, whatever. One is dark, one is not. Like, there's so much variance in the concepts of the venues.
Yeah.
That
They
now
can
you can
cater.
like they can cater to like this demographic,
Right.
like this demographic, this theme. Which is something that like I was looking around and I was like, like the amount of times I was like, Boston couldn't pull this off.
Because we
You know what
talk
I mean?
about it all the time. Like downtown in the summer for Boston is like the change in demographic, and because we're heavily dependent on the colleges and the universities. You know, we get a massive influx like right around fall time. So yeah, it's very apparent here.
Yeah, but in the same time, like in the summer, like most people don't want to be in a dark, no window
space. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
Like,
Yeah, very true.
And it makes sense. You know, like we're trying to make these clubs pop and like do what we can, you know, to make them still busy in the summertime. But again, in the summertime, people are going to the Cape or they want to go to a patio, they want to go to a rooftop, they want to go to like the bar that has, you know.
And there's only a handful of those spots in Boston.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But and then they thrive in the summer.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we become so seasonal in that sense. And God damn it!
Fire me, boys. Jesus.
And so like something like Miami being another example. Like just every spot all year long. Like they have a brunch party and then the dinner set. You know, then the nighttime set, then the after hour. Like it's just there's more places or opportunities to DJs or to DJ or to have events or programming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like if you're a veteran and you're like, yo, this is just my two spots that I've been working with for whatever, and this is what I do every week. And
I mean, I think of that.
You know what I mean?
What you're literally saying is that there's some spots and some specific curated events that happen right in Boston that I think of. Specific people that always play that and that I symbolize with R&B with like when I think of like some of the loungy spots right at hotel lounges right I think obviously that I associate with some of the old school throwback DJs that have the maturity that aligns with the audience that's coming there right versus again like when you go do the touring shows, right? The 18 plus shows, right? Like I just don't see an older guy that doesn't align
like in the reverse,
with
like maybe that lounge DJ being able to be
that just doesn't align with me. Not saying that they're not equipped to just because of their age, but like I think you were showing me a video of one of your last shows where you had to go engage in front of the crowd, right? Outside of the DJ booth. And I say to myself, okay, what's the appetite of an older DJ that has probably run through his cycle, right? That's gonna go there and jump in front of the crowd if that's not what he normally does, or he would have maybe done that once upon a time, right? So again, like those are like specific scenarios where like I go back and forth of like some parties are better with age, even though we're still talking about a market like Boston. But then other parties and situations are definitely not suited for something like that. But
totally agree.
I guess it's an arbitrary question based on situation.
So what happens to the guys? I mean, this is just a side conversation, but what happens to the guys that are in like what's a transition point for say like someone like us, if we don't want to continue to do that scene, what's the transition for us? Like, what's the future hold? Do we then migrate to those?
I feel like inevitably it's like weddings. Is that what you're saying?
No, well, yeah, that's part of it. That's a correct answer. But I'm saying like, do we then transition to those like lounges and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I think like kind of what Ado's saying, like there's a point where you're like, you know what, like I don't have to engage on a microphone anymore. I don't have to like perform. I'm more of setting a vibe. And,
Right.
And again, that's where like a deeper bag is more appreciated and all that stuff. Like I definitely understand that. And there's sometimes even now I'm like, you know, I take a weekend where I'm not doing the heavy stuff and I'm doing more like low key shit. And I'm like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I definitely get it. And maybe it's because I'm getting older. You know what I mean? But
I think that there's actually like even bigger opportunities. What I see, right? When you think of older DJs, other DJs that basically transition into like the digital realm, right? Like
Yep.
podcasts, things of that nature, talk shows, and things of that things of that nature, or like tour DJs, or like being a DJ manager for an whatever the case may be, an upcoming artist, right?
Right.
I think it doesn't always have to be
In the
those
music.
exactly, right? I don't think it always has to be
Right.
that you have to I guess weddings are the only answer, right? I think there are other realms that like I think you can reinvent yourself,
Right.
without having to go back,
Yeah.
right, to do certain things. Again,
yeah,
again,
especially with social media, I know.
yeah, exactly.
Not necessarily in our market, but there's dudes that make a whole living, with like classes or whatever, like being like how to, improve your social media as a DJ or as
Exactly.
get how to get clients and like all that stuff.
All of that.
So I know that's, and especially in the wedding game, that's really, really big too, where there's a
Right.
lot of guys that are just like online personalities, and they're not even like, they'll all be like, I'm not that good of a DJ, but like I know how to do business. I know, I have the personality.
I can communicate.
I can communicate, and I have the capacity to be able to like put out all these reels and TikToks and stuff to be
teach.
able to to teach. Yeah. And so that's definitely a good point, and that I've seen a lot of people do. And that's something that I've thought about where I'm like, like I don't think I'm that much of a teacher.
It's hard.
You know what I mean? Like teaching, like I see these guys and like I'm really bad. Like I don't know if any of y'all like know, like I don't really like talk to the camera. Like a lot of my content is me like performing, but I never
yeah.
like.
He doesn't talk to this camera at all.
I never. No. But in a podcast,
No, I
but
know,
it's
I know,
very
fuck with
rare
it.
where I'm like, yo, like this is like, snacks, and then here's top 3 tips of like I'm not really
doing
that
that.
guy.
Yeah.
Maybe just right now, like maybe at some point, if you see me start posting that shit, just like support. You know what I'm saying? But like
Just text some snacks, is everything all right?
But that's just something that like
Yeah.
I'm not. That's just not my flow.
Yeah.
Like, maybe right now. But there are people that are just like really, really good at that. You know what I'm saying? And like, so it's like different types of performing or different types of
Right.
personalities that like, and people like make whole ass livings. Like even personal trainers that just sell their classes now.
Yeah.
Their personal trainers have really good personalities, and they don't even have to like be in the gym with you anymore
Right.
At all.
And they're
Program.
making crazy.
Well,
like,
that's
bread
what I was
online.
gonna say. If I was
Yeah.
a DJ and I was getting to the later stage of my DJ career, I would hide behind a screen because I think technology supersedes what I would be able to do even in my prime years in terms of like actually physically DJing every single day.
Yeah.
Whereas like again, like YouTube, like again, you guys, we've talked about it of some of the people that don't really know how to DJ, right? Or you see a clip and you think that, they know how to, scratch or do any of those things. But imagine how viral those people go. And if you can actually monetize, it actually speaks to a stupid comment that someone actually made on one of our Instagram pages is that I understand you can't monetize on other people's music,
Right.
but the exposure that actually gives you, right, can actually lead into monetizing classes on YouTube, right?
Yep.
That's how you can build a brand,
Right.
on social media, leveraging other people's music, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would do if I was
Yeah, you can
a
stretch out
DJ.
the DJ
100%.
years that way, just in a
way
different
longer.
way. Consulting, really.
Exactly.
Right.
yeah.
Nightlife
Exactly.
consultant.
Yeah, becoming a consultant.
But also think about how many venues that don't have in-house like music directors that you could literally become. That could be a legit business that you go and say, hey guys, you want to know how to program out your nights? I'm gonna offer you to be a part-time, basically part-time music director without hiring me full-time within your venue.
Right.
It's a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
Right? So, and you can do that remote for 40, 50 venues. You know how many people that I know book DJs that are in other states that
Yeah.
know nothing about this city and they're just
That's how I
literally
get
booking.
half of my.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's these
It's like-
dudes that like.
It's crazy.
I mean, there's one dude in this one specific market that like he aged out pretty much. I mean, he still DJs here and there, mostly private stuff, but he throughout his years like he has like 7 venue clients.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I have this team of 20 DJs and I just do their
Plug and
bookings
play.
for them.
Yeah.
So that's why like when he was able to be like, yeah, like I got you, I can plug into 3 of my venues. Boom, boom, boom. I just had to like make an account through his portal thing that he like organized everything, and then that's how I was able to get a weekend. You know what I mean? Like there's dudes, every market obviously has their different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes promoter, sometimes DJ, sometimes in-house, whatever. But like for this specific market and this specific dude, like that's how they did it, and that's how I was able to like DJ there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then when he was like doing it, I was like thinking like my like head was moving, but then I was like, but is this the way that Boston moves?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. By the way, I
yeah.
totally agree with that.
It's kind of scary thinking that could be a world that you kind of operate. That,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess it works for certain areas.
Yeah.
and
Every market's a little bit different, yeah.
All right, sorry to hijack the show, guys.
No,
No,
we
thank
love
you.
when you give your
Bars.
your input and your experience. Ado is a very, very smart man and very experienced. And,
I love Ado because he walked in the room and literally less than 10 seconds, he's just
it was
dropping knowledge.
Dropping
Yep.
knowledge on the pod. Hey,
That's what we do.
we say it all the time. Like, hey, if you want to take over our mic and get on this bi-weekly this flow, man,
DG,
well,
I'm
baby.
horrible. I am horrible on the mic. I leave it to the
No,
professionals.
but I think you thrive the most in like segments. Yeah, like we'll give you, and then you're like,
'Cause you have
okay,
the
my time's up, and then you like leave. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, no, thank you so much, and great insight, and we'll see how long either of us can do it, and I think, I know I mentioned the wedding thing at one point, and I think obviously that's an insane lucrative, business in itself, and I think has so many nuances and personalities like within that world.
Sure.
Especially like when I think of like the conferences and stuff that go on where a lot of wedding DJs pull up because again all these markets are different and a lot of these guys are very successful. When you become like a top dog where you're like the go-to guy for private events or weddings in your market, like you become an expert. You become a thought leader there.
Right.
So shout out all my wedding DJs. Out there doing their thing. People that do both, people that do all kinds of stuff. But as someone, you do a bunch of weddings. You do a lot of weddings.
Of course I do.
I do
Yep.
some weddings.
Yep.
There's been a change in the culture of weddings and what people are asking for in these weddings. Mm-hmm. Less traditional stuff.
Sure.
I've in the last 2 years, I've heard so much of we just want like a club style style wedding. We don't want to do the garter toss. We don't want to do the bouquet toss.
Yeah.
We just want to party.
Minimal formalities, and we just want to have a epic dance party. I get that all the time.
Yeah, what's been your experience with that and how that's changed? Has that changed your kind of approach to how you DJ weddings or anything like that?
Well, not necessarily because so I work with Meritage. I do all my weddings through Meritage. Been
Shout
with
out
them.
Meritage.
Yeah, shout out Meritage. Shout out James. I've been with the company since 2018, 2019, I believe. But the reason why we get the referrals we get is because there's so many other companies that haven't evolved with the times. And if you think about it, the people that are getting married now are people around our age, and they don't want to do like all the, like the formalities and the older music. Like the people, they want to hear what they, what their experience have been through life, and
Yep.
and I think so Meritage was, shout out to them. I mean, they've been ahead on that curve for a long time. So I'd say like 99% of the couples that we work with have always wanted that, and they come to us because they know that's what we do. Mm-hmm. So that's been my, wedding approach since I started doing weddings. And again, like, you're in a room with 3, sometimes even 4 different generations, and it takes a really perceptive and experienced wedding DJ to know how to cater to that older crowd while keeping the integrity of what the couple wants.
Yeah, when I have my meetings with my clients, I always say, what do you think is the split of old to young guests?
Sure.
60-40, 50-50, 70-30, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because then it gives me an idea of like how much of that balance am I going to have to do. If it's only, we just got our 2 grandparents coming and they're going to be in the corner, they might leave early, the rest is young, I'm like,
Yeah.
awesome, got
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
But if it's like I got 2 planes of, older family members from flying in from wherever, like they're gonna really want to hear their shit that that really can steer your ship a little bit.
Right. And I think just naturally too, right? Like what I explained to the couples too, I'm like, guys, like earlier on in the night, I'm gonna play music that's gonna hit home to everybody because my job, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't pack that dance floor for you the entire time. And obviously, as the later the night gets for wedding dance floors, most of those older people that are there in the crowd are heading out.
I know we talked about this in our group chats. What's your go-to first song? Hey, everybody, dance floor is open. You gotta hit, like you said, you gotta hit the old but still get the young involved. What songs are we using?
Dude, I mean, like I don't. Here's the thing, because I go. It depends. It does depend, but typically speaking, like something in like the disco realm, like I know you do celebrate. I do celebrate a lot.
I was just gonna bring that up right now
because that's the first thing, and like that's just so friendly for everybody. And again, I don't hang out in that realm or anything like that, but I start off with that, like hit my quick disco pocket, and then I'm already up in like the 120s. So then
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Flip the switch.
So if you attend or want to ever book me for a wedding, I guess the chances of me starting with this exact edit. Shout out DeVille, man.
Yeah, yo, friend of the
shout
show.
out DeVille, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
All right, everybody, it's time to make it to the dance floor and celebrate the newlyweds. If you're happy for Mr. and Mrs. Cammy V, come on the dance floor, put your hands up and let them feel it, baby! And it's one of those things where one,
Booked.
you're at a fucking wedding, like you want to celebrate, you know what I'm saying? And then two, it's like if you stay in the seat, it's like you look like a hater.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying? So the MC way is like if you're here for the newlyweds, if you love the newlyweds, show them love. Come to the because then if anyone, the amount of time I see people go like, all right, and then you know what I mean, and you get them there.
You want to hear my strategy? So this, like I've said it on the show a million times. A lot of DJing is psychology.
Yep. 100%.
So let's put it this way, right? Two things that I do. I get everyone up out of their seats immediately. And it's like, all right, guys, now I ask for all guests to please rise from their seats. And we're going to get the bride and groom in the center of the dance floor. And I also create like a little moment for them too. I'm like, guys, I want you to, a wedding day goes by in the blink of an eye. So I want you to take this moment to look around the room.
Oh, this is rehearsed as fuck.
At
this guy sounds
everyone
amazing.
that came to support you tonight. Let's make some noise for the bride and groom, right? Photo op, photographers are pumped. Everyone's waving, cheering. And then I say something along the lines of like, and when I spoke to Mr. and Mrs. Snacks earlier this week, they told me they want to have the most epic dance party they've ever seen at a wedding. Boom, drop the song. So they want all of you right now to join them on the dance floor. Because here's the thing, right? Two things. One, if you're already standing,
yeah, right.
Do you know how easy you take two steps?
2 steps and you're there.
You're like 95% more likely to immediately go to the dance floor. And two, they see the bride and groom alone on the dance floor. You're going to leave them there? No shot in hell. Bro, I have 100% success rate. Bro, everyone rushes to the dance floor because they see the bride and groom. They heard what I just said, and they're like, oh, it's time to go.
Yeah, wow. Fucking free game here. Yeah, that's great. That's I might start trying to do that. I got some weddings coming up, so might try that. That's really, really good. I like that. And yeah, making that moment special for them.
Bro, another moment.
Love that. Love that. Great advice, Cammie V.
Got you, bro. Got you. Got you.
Celebrate with me, bro. Fuck. What's up? So random, but I felt the need because I feel like you would appreciate it, and I feel like I'm a brown kid from the inner city is what they call it. But for those who don't know, I went to private school. I didn't know.
You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, you're right.
Can I get a water?
I went to private school.
Thanks, CJ.
And I didn't know Jewish people existed till I was in like 6th or 7th grade type shit. You know what I'm saying? I get to private school in my Jewish ass neighborhood, and it's September. School just started, and we're missing mad school. There's fucking Yom Kippur. I didn't know what Yom Kippur was. I didn't know what Passover was. You know what I'm saying? But what I did learn in private school was all this fucking white people music. You know what I'm saying? I got exposed to rock because that's what all my friends were listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm like, oh shit, this shit's fire.
College does that too.
For those who know, the first album I ever bought with my own money was Nirvana's Nevermind because my friends listened to Nirvana's Nevermind. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this is fire. There's a band that's been getting real popular. This brand new band that's gotten real popular on TikTok. They currently have, I checked, 750,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
And they're blowing up. And the reason why they're so popular is, one, their music's awesome, but the type of music that they make and how they look. This is a band of 4 black kids that are ripping it up.
Dude, awesome.
And they're doing pop punk.
Dude.
They're shredding pop punk. And it's not only that they're shredding pop punk, it sounds like amazing. And I remember the way I found them very organically, and I was like, it was them just like performing one of like their biggest song right now. And I was like, dude, this is so good. And I was like, it reminds me exactly of like the pop punk that I like grew up with. And then I go to the comments, and that's what everyone is saying.
Bro, that's awesome.
So I'm gonna play their big song. This is The Paradox. This is Do Me Like That by The Paradox.
Dude.
Immediately, right? Immediately. They're so good, dude.
I hear Paramore, I hear Avril Lavigne here.
Dude, Blink.
I should've known it from the start you would deceive me, and now I'm left alone and
Yellow
lost
Card.
inside my
Yep.
head. You're killing me again.
So good.
Sum 41.
I should've known it when you said it was your first time.
Bro.
Yet the football team would hug you from behind.
Even the lyrics. It should be in a
From
movie.
Yeah. This is 90s movie.
But I try.
So good.
I try to love you the same, but I cry. And now I'm asking you, why you gotta do me like that?
How good is
Gotta
it?
do me so bad. My cousin told me you smash.
How good is it?
I found this news in your
You're joking.
stash.
How good is it?
You hit me when you're swimming. What the fuck is wrong with you? Tell me how it happened at all. Why you gotta do me like that?
Look at Cammy's face.
Gotta do me so bad. Why you gotta do me like that?
Who the fuck is this?
The Paradox. Yo. So
Bro, what a hell of a name, too.
so I found them probably like a month ago.
Bro.
And at that time, they probably had like 500,000. Like they're just growing so fast.
Right.
And I've been following their journey a little bit because I'm just very interested in them. And a lot of people are trying to figure out more about them, and like they're doing like how they formed the band stuff, and like so like I guess that lead singer posted like somewhere like online like I'm looking for a band, like I have songs I write and I want to sing in, like, and then I guess like the lead guitarist, who's now the second vocalist, who did like the back and forth on the chorus,
Yep.
responded. And that was like the two, and they started writing together, and then they got the bass player, and then the drummer, and like the rest is history. And they've
Bro.
been invited to the When We Were Young festival. They've opened for a few really dope, like some of the most famous pop punk bands since, and they're like getting crazy track because their music is really
Dude,
good.
that's unbelievable.
How good of a song
bro,
is that?
That just made me so happy.
Dude.
That made me so.
For
Dude,
those
look at
watching
me.
your face,
Bro.
you were so happy.
Bro, that's awesome.
So
that shit's awesome.
Yeah, and
bro.
I just love, and what's interesting about
That's awesome.
about pop punk and kind of like that 2000s rock era, especially now being able to tour with the 2000s party. I see this a lot too, like very big in black and brown culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a type of music, and I think maybe just the MTV era, and like I think the Hot Topic and the style and the culture, like it was very big in the black and brown community. And so the fact that now there's a black, completely black band that's doing the music, they're getting all the support in the world. And they're fucking blowing up like crazy.
Bro, this shit's fire. That is fire.
They only have, it's an amazing congratulations to them, but as of right now, 405,000 monthly listeners, which is pretty small as far as like stardom and big artist goes. So it shows that they're still growing and they're still very, very new. But they're amazing. Check out The Paradox. They got some other tracks too. But that's like their big single that's like been really, really blowing them up.
Bro, wow.
But I just felt the need to share that because I just think
Thank you for sharing that with me.
yeah,
That was
I thought
amazing.
you would appreciate it.
Big time, dude. That's awesome.
Now, I wanted to go move on to let's fucking play that. Wanted to move on to this new segment we haven't done. We're basically gonna put different situations. Us as DJs, we got songs for everything. You see me sometimes. I just pull up songs and I'm like, you mid conversation. I got a song for that. Bro.
Boom. Yep.
Dirty Harry, the Gorillaz, I was on it.
Temperature, when I was talking about Kelvin.
You know what I
Come
mean?
on, bro.
Come on, man. Got a song for everything.
The perfect song.
And so I'm going to name a few scenario situations. What's the best song that fits that scenario situation?
You know what's funny? My first time ever on this podcast, we did something similar to this.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. It was me, you, and Ado.
That's fucking hot.
Yeah.
what I
Wow,
love.
this is really bringing it back right now. This is great. For the real OG listeners, you'll know.
We'll start off easy.
Sure.
EJ, feel free to get involved. Matt's awake now. Feel free to get involved. What's the best pregame song? The boys are active. We're at
Dude.
Matt's kitchen. We're ready to go out to talk to 0 women. What's the fucking song that's going to get the boys active?
I can. I've never been in that situation.
What is the pregame song? You're on aux at the pregame. Matt, talk to me. Can we get Matt?
Producer Matt,
Matt, can you get off your ass and get on the mic?
what are you playing at the function?
2012 double XL freshman freestyle.
Wow, yo, that is actually an insane pick. The Uzi,
21.
21 Kodak and Denzel Curry, right?
Was Lil Dicky in that one too? No, he wasn't.
He was in that
class.
class, but damn it, it's not on Spotify. I don't want to get an ad on YouTube though. But if you know, you know it. That's actually an insane pull.
Damn.
So Matt's pregame track is the 2012 XXL freshman freestyle cipher. That's actually a great. I don't know if I can top that.
Dude, that's
to be
bro.
honest.
That was amazing. Fuck, dude.
Honestly, sticking with the Uzi thing because that was kind of my era, like in college.
EXO Tour Life.
I
Money
really
Longer.
P's and Q's.
Oh, P's and Q's is a great Uzi song.
P's and Q's at the pregame really goes off for me. It really sets the tone.
I got one that's like, yeah, dude. The production's fucking sick. I actually watched a video on how the guy produced this, by the way. This was fire.
The Chef Boyardee vibes.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Cans rolling down the street.
Slick, hey.
What about you, Cammie? What do you think?
Yeah, I told you.
Yo, we had this is funny. Our boys were feral animals. Like me and my boys, feral animals.
I wish I knew you in college.
No, you don't. We were feral animals, but like the last song, and it used to always, it was pretty similar. The last song we'd play before we hopped in the cab, and this is how fucking.
Gabs it.
Gabs it. Taxi son qui. Dude, we would. Bro, you guys are dying today. I love it. I'm on one today, bro.
Dude, you really are, dude. I love it.
It's good pod. Bro, we had some DMX fans in the crew, so we would be bumping
Where the hood at? Oh, dude, the thing about so where the hood at is heavy on my gym playlist.
Yeah.
You can't play that everywhere anymore.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I don't. For those who don't know this song, probably one of the most homophobic songs.
Be out your fucking mind. Thinking dog can't pull another motherfucking.
You know.
Think I ain't got a trick up.
Bro, but tell me that it's like
Oh, this gets the boys fucking going.
buzzing, bro. Like a lot of the gym records were like, we're like, all right, let's go. We're ready. We're ready to have a night.
You know what's another one before we move on? The fucking yes, dude. This is the song. I mean, in college that got me fucking going, dude. Dude, the Titanic song. My heart will go on, bro. The Uber shows up, and I'm like, yo, we got one more. Everyone, chug your drinks. I drop this fucking number. Let me. Everybody! Okay, let's move on.
Yo, shout out, you know who's loves this song and always gets
Blackie.
Yo, shout out
Blackie, an
man.
original guest on this show as well.
Watch the kids. He'd be like, hey, watch the kids, and then just like hit play in the song, and it would just go fucking bananas.
All right, next is lounging at home. Just lounging at home. We're just lounging at home.
Lounging, chilling.
What are we putting on Aux?
We coolin'. EJ, what are you playing when you're home, just chilling on the couch, catching a vibe, day vibe maybe, who knows?
I mean, there's a lot of songs that I could put on. Hold on.
So yeah, my favorite.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
All right. So when I'm again when I'm home, like I listen to a lot of different music than like what I play at the club.
Yep.
You know, I'm a big Kid Cudi fan.
Ooh, yep.
So either like Cudi Zone or Sky Might Fall. Kid Cudi is like those are just classic records for me, and just like real like if I'm melting the couch, I'm just
Yes, that's in the vibe. Yeah, yeah. I know my like ultimate song, but I just so happen to be listening to the second song, and they both happen to be by the same artist. If I'm just chilling at the crib, it's gonna be "Whoa" Snow Allegra. You know what I'm saying? So just like
Allegra's great.
really sinking into the couch and really just catching a vibe. If it's like maybe if we're on a someone's patio and it's a nice day out.
fire.
This or In Your Eyes. So when we want to pop a little bit,
Bro, show 'em snacks.
these are my lounge vibes. So if you want to come chill, catch a vibe with snacks.
Maybe a little Kate Trinata. Who knows? Who knows, bro? Who knows?
EJ, we ready?
Yeah, I got two.
All right, what do you got, Johnny?
So I was on the way here, and the song actually came on, and I remember being like, "Ooh, like haven't heard this in a little while."
All right.
I'm going Bryson Tiller, Canceled. That was like that's a vibe.
Don't Bryson Tiller too.
And another one that hits hard for me is Love Galore by SZA.
Oh, that Travis verse is fire too. I need.
Come on, son. Good picks from EJ.
Matt, what would you pick? XXL 2012? Chilling at home?
Yeah, house music. Yeah,
House
I'm surprised no one did any house music. All right, next is breakup. Just had a breakup, hard breakup. What's the go-to
dude.
song?
Cause I'm so sick of love.
Neo, friend of the show.
You guys know the song Nobody Gets Me by SZA?
Big SZA fan, huh?
Oh, I'm a big SZA fan.
You going to the concert?
I'm not. But,
EJ's never listened to her music. He's just a big fan of SZA.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey,
bro, I'm dropping. What do you mean?
I'm a big fan of SZA.
Yeah, this is a great song.
The SZA Reddit knows me. Breakup. I mean, this one's newer. Not that I've. You know what? Never mind. This one's a little bit newer.
I know what you're going with.
Dude.
Bro. Bro.
Breakup?
All the girls.
Oh. I know somebody loves me.
Somebody
Who's out there for me?
Bro, that's
my pick.
um
There's an obvious pick.
I got one too.
that I feel like is too obvious.
Heartbreak Anniversary is
Ooh! Oh my God. I might cry. Damn. Thing is, this is like too much for me.
well, you know.
You know what I mean?
You need a good cry every now and then.
Oh, this is like too much. If this is fresh breakup, this is too much for me. I can't.
This one hurts.
This one's. Oh, this song is so good. This is a great pick.
I got another one too.
I also have another one.
We can do
we've
this
been
one for a while. Yeah.
You're looking at the faces of some damaged men out here. We've been hurt before. Going through a tough breakup. Feel No Ways literally came out. There's more to life to sleeping and getting high with you. Bro, like, come on, bro.
This song is so good.
I love that song, dude.
DJ?
Yo, if you got this ultimate breakup song, Ray Sremmerd, my ex.
Deuces.
Like, I don't think I know this song. Do you know this song? Oh.
If you play it, I might.
Yeah. Is this some ignorant shit? Yeah. I hope it is.
Fuck that bitch.
Very.
Shrimp. Sway. I love some good ad-libs. Oh.
My ex, I'm shining on my ex. My ex, I'm shining on my ex. I'm shining. My ex, I'm shining on.
Huge pick from EJ. EJ's killing it right
DJ's
now.
on fire.
All right.
He's on fire.
The boys just pulled up to the gym. What's the workout song? We're bringing one workout playlist for the boys. Each one has an entry. What's the song? I know. My gym playlist goes crazy.
Drake, Trophies.
Okay.
All right. Depends when I'm doing it at the gym.
Like slow walk in.
Bro.
Oh, that's a great entrance song.
Bro, chest day, obviously.
Yeah, true. Dude, I'm gonna walk in like my new haircut. Fucking case of waters on my shoulder.
Mine is
You've never seen? Wait, have you seen my new haircut?
no. Mine is
Oh my god.
mine's Fight Music by D12. Produced by Dr. Dre. This song is fucking insane. I am the strongest man in the gym when this song is playing. Eminem
I got a great one. I got two really good ones. Same artist.
by D12.
No.
This kind of music, use it and you get to do shit. Whenever you
Bro, I'm
hear
a
some
maniac.
shit, you can't refuse it.
I'm a
Just
maniac when this song
keep
is
the
on.
trash that rules with.
I'm a maniac. What you got?
All right, listen. 50 Cent in the gym. Okay.
Is it-
All right, there's two. And one I think you'll know.
Okay.
One I think you can rip off. If I can't is
If I can't, yep, that's 100%. I have a lot
Yeah,
of Dre production in my workout playlist. Come on, man.
the other one. Still will.
Oh, look at it all when I come to the hood, and I still
Bro, that
will.
beat's fucking crazy too.
With the gunshots that started.
Don't even look at me wrong when I come through the hood. Ain't nothing changed still.
Tell me you're
Strongest
not
man in the
maxing
gym.
out. Tell me you're not maxing
Strongest
out.
man in the gym.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Got a couple
Dude, I
more.
want to go to the gym right now.
Yo, I got one. Click Clack by Slim Thug.
A Slim Thug pull is insane from each.
Bro, yeah, fine.
I was taught only reach for the heat if you pussy. So when I lift this shirt, that's the end of
Also, Back Then by Mike Jones is a big one for me, too.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, the next one, we got a couple more before we got to fucking end the show. The show's wild.
Off the rails.
Birthday. It's your birthday. It's your boy's birthday. It's your homegirl's birthday. Some obvious choices, but maybe we get weird. I don't know. It's your birthday.
What do you got, Snacks? I know what yours is.
What's mine?
Speech.
Oh yeah, that's my personal one. No, that is so true. Wow, this is what I played drunk
Trust
as
me,
fuck
I know.
at my birthday this year.
And the winner's home.
Celebrating life, baby.
Come on, bro.
Speech. First of all, I want to thank my connect. The most important
Yeah, this
person
is
with
mine
all
for
due
sure. Rock
respect.
Boys, Jay-Z.
Yep.
Big birthday song for me.
That's a great one, dude. That's a great one.
It's obvious picks.
I mean, like, anything Drake on my birthday is just gonna get me fucking hyped up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like Laugh Now, Cry Later. Kind of like
Bro,
nostalgic vibes.
yeah.
That's
the
a great-
trumpets. The trumpets, bro.
EJ, you're doing real good right now, man.
EJ, you ever DJ?
No, I mean, I actually did used to be a DJ.
Yeah, he
so-
was a DJ.
I know.
Yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry.
That's a great pick.
I love that song.
I would get really hype if that played on my birthday.
Bottles coming out to that. Are you shitting me? You
Okay.
shitting me?
Cammy?
Dude, that's tough, bro.
Bro,
It's tough.
honestly, just any scenario, just any song with brass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got two brass picks.
Yep.
Cammy, hurry up. My computer's dying. I'm going to be honest.
All right. Well,
Oh, we'll just move on to the next one.
I mean, like, I always just have you or Stams DJ on my birthday, so I just don't care.
See, the right answer is just have Snacks DJ. Anyway,
Easy.
Moving on. Two more. Doing desk work. Just working at home.
Easy for me.
Desk work.
Bro, when I'm doing desk work, strictly like boom bap, like 90s boom bap. Like little Gangstar.
Little Gangstar.
Work, Gangstar. Throw it up. Good answer, Steve. Good answer.
Are you working? What kind of work do you do?
Yeah. Yeah. I like this. I like this. I definitely go for more of like the Catronata stuff. Maybe Spit It Out for me. Off of the new album.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I like this one a lot. It's very got the ambient in the background, but got some drums in there.
Get the juices percolating upstairs.
Yeah.
I feel
And
that.
then the vocal is really delicate. That's my pick. EJ? EJ does a lot of desk work.
Bro, no way you have this like in Serato.
I'm on Spotify too.
It might not be on Spotify.
Oh, boy.
You're going for the obscure shit?
Okay, I listen, not every time, but I like to listen to.
Just a loop of me screaming at the top of my lungs for 8 hours.
Snacks just breathing.
Nah, I listen to Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Hateno Village.
Dude, pull this up. Let's go. If you got to go to YouTube, pull it up.
I am.
need to hear this.
Legend of Zelda, Whisper of the what?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the... I will say, while I load this up, and there's probably going to be an ad, what I've been running to lately is the Dark Knight soundtrack. It's
Oh
wild.
my god,
Bro, it's wild.
Oh god, the cinematic.
Bro, it's wild. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. EJ can't hear this. He doesn't have headphones.
He doesn't need to hear it. It's already in his mind.
He's locked. Is it like piano?
Yeah, it's like very minimal.
Yeah.
Instrumental.
I get it.
Like background music.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
I listen to a lot of like lo-fi.
Lo-fi
playlists.
beats. Yep. Great answer, Steve. One more, last one. First time having sex. What song are we putting on? My answer is Mambo number 5.
Mine was I just had sex.
Yeah.
It's a great pick.
So, well, is this to
Wait, pre, post,
Yeah,
during?
right. Is this to set the mood, or is it because for me to set the mood, it's Mambo number 5, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
Are you serious?
And then as this plays, I start taking off my clothes, and I'm like, hey,
Snacks doing a striptease to this.
what you want, baby? Mama number 5, that's me, baby.
What's the I could see you doing the what is it, risky business? The
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I forgot what the song is.
I don't know.
Maybe the hamster dance. Little hamster dance.
Just sets the mood.
Because it really sets the tone of what I'm about to present. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a little tiny wiggly.
A little tiny
Little gerbil.
little gerbil for your head top. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's crazy.
Maybe some crazy frog.
Just play Crazy Train.
Maybe a little.
That's what Snacks sounds like in your ear.
That's me. That's me while I'm coming.
Yeah. Play the Star Wars theme song.
Hey. EJ, no contribution on this one?
NFL on Fox theme.
Cute.
I'm gonna fucking throw up. Oh wait, this isn't it. This is the ad. Hold on.
No.
This is EJ. Setting the tone, baby.
And with the 101st pick of the NFL draft, the New England Patriots select
EJ Noro. Oh God. Please, Cammy, give us your answer so we can end this fucking show.
I already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What was yours?
Dude, I gave you like 3.
Oh.
Star Wars theme song.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was good.
If you're still at this point of the show,
Sorry. First of all,
we're so sorry.
We apologize.
And
We'll do better next time.
And now you have a fire playlist for any occasion.
Oh, literally. Oh, no. We bangers. If we could put you onto any music today, you're welcome. Oh, my God. EJ, that was fucking hilarious.
That was
All right.
awesome.
Thanks so much for listening. Share this with somebody. We would love to know your picks in the comments.
Ooh.
Because I'm really trying to see what type of time y'all are on. And until then, we'll see you next time.
Peace.